You may think all Ukrainians must hate the Russians for the Russia-Ukraine war. This was what people said. This was what the news said. This was also what I thought at first. But all of this changed when I came across the posts made by a Ukrainian called Dennis Nazin. So in this video, I want to share some of his philosophies here. When Ukraine was being attacked, this was what he said. We have a lot of people hiding in a bomb shelter. They shot all day, but only on military bases. At the moment, there are almost no civilian casualties, but everyone is very afraid because we are so close to the border. We have to have this shelling, but we are not the only place on Earth where there's a war going on. Therefore, let's pray for all our great beloved planet Earth. May there be peace and kindness everywhere. So the first thing you'll notice is how selfless this person is. Imagine your country is being turned into a war zone, and the first thing you say and you think about is to pray for all the places that are at war. I mean, no one would complain if he said, let's pray for Ukraine and hope the war ends quickly. But his level of empathy is kind of insane. We also very much hope that everything will end quickly without civilian casualties, because this is not a people's war. Russians and Ukrainians are brothers. They have always been and will be. This war is purely political. Yes, let there be peace throughout the world. Let's give all the best and all the kindness that is in our souls to everyone around. May all that is good in us continue to live. Because this post was written in 2022, we know his assumption is unfortunately incorrect. The war will go on for God knows how long. Now you can disagree with him about Russians and Ukrainians being brothers forever, but that's not the main focus. Instead, you should focus on how he's able to separate the government from its people. He tries to tell us that it's the few politicians who have the power to control millions of innocent people, and we shouldn't hate on people who can barely control the actions of the country, except for those who support the war, of course. I was born and lived in Kharkov all my life. My parents arrived to Kharkov to learn and stayed here to live. They arrived in Kharkov when there were no borders. There were no Ukraine and Russia and another 15 separate countries. Whilst the USSR, it was all one country. The fact is that a fratricide is happening. It's very, very sad. I'm very pleased to hear your philosophy, because I agree with you. Anger, rage, aggression, pride, envy, greed, and other sins are virus. They spread and are transmitted from person to person and from generation to generation like a terrible virus. We must fight for our souls. We must not allow this virus into our souls. This is our biggest battle. Our greatest enemies are not outside. Our greatest enemies are within us. Only kindness will save our world. If we were to find an Ashitaka in Ukraine, this person would be the closest we could get. The most dangerous wars are not the physical ones, but the ones within our souls. I beg you, please do not write any negativity, evil, and aggression. It's all over the place right now. I see every day how our earth copes with the aggression of people. Every day it gives us a new sunrise, the singing of birds, beauty, and kindness. But human souls cannot cope with the onslaught of black energy. They are losing a war, the main war of our life, the war that is inside of us. Each of us has a choice to remain human or to become a beast, an aggressor, and a hotbed of evil and hatred. Letting all this evil into our souls, we become no better than what provoked it. Let's learn from nature. When a bomb falls on the ground, nature does not throw a lot of bombs on this place as a person does. Nature covers the scar that a person inflicted on it with spring flowers. Every day when I see how the souls of people around me turn black, my heart hurts and shrinks in my chest. It's amazing that I, as a person who is almost on the front lines, with shelling from absolutely all sides, have to write this and explain to people who are mostly far away and safe. Rejoice in life. Enjoy the beauty of nature and human kindness. Give priceless moments of joy, of love, and understanding to people who surround you. Save humanity with the warmth of your souls. And with that, you have come to the end of these messages. Thanks for watching.